At number 10, Eminem and Kim Mathers. When it comes to back and forth celebrity relationship drama, fans can get really tired of it after a while, so that could be the reason why people hated it when Eminem and Kim were together. Rapper Eminem, aka Marshall Mathers, has had a rocky relationship with his ex-wife Kim Scott, and it's sort of been that way since the very beginning. They first met in the late 80s when Marshall was 15 and Kim was 13, and they became pretty dependent of each other from the start. They lived together at his family home and later began a romantic relationship, moving in together and having a daughter. After years of being an on and off again couple, the two got married shortly before Marshall's first major tour. It was then that Kim saw Marshall and their relationship as imperfect, and she started to doubt whether she wanted this type of life for herself. Kim said that after the tour, Marshall got a big ego and he started treating her as someone not worthy of his love and presence because he was a big star. Kim also alleged that her husband had been cheating on her. The rapper's career had a very negative effect on their relationship, and so 2 years after tying the knot, they got divorced. They did get back together again briefly, but that ended again. This drama made a lot of fans' heads spin, so it's no wonder why people have negative things to say about these two. At number 9, Janet Jackson and James DeBarge. Now, I'm not sure if everyone hated this relationship, but there was certainly one person in particular who really did not approve. Janet Jackson experienced her first taste of married life when she was only 18 years old when she married James DeBarge in 1984, but their marriage only lasted about a year. Before getting married, they were pretty good friends, and Janet had been friends with James since she was 13 years old. It seems as though they had been in love for a while, and so they took the first opportunity they had to get married. Though Janet's father Joe did not approve of the marriage, they went through with it anyway and were together for 15 months. After they split up, there had been a rumor swirling around that alleged that Janet and James had a child, but they gave it up for adoption in order to save their careers and public image after James brought all of this up in 2016. It's never been proven, but it still remains a wild theory. Janet eventually ended up getting their marriage annulled because of James' substance abuse as it began to take a toll on their relationship. I would imagine that Janet's dad also played a role in getting this marriage annulled since he was completely against it in the first place. Now, before I carry on talking about why people hate these couples so much, why not leave us a like on this video if you're enjoying it so far, and while you're at it, maybe even smash that subscribe button to see more videos like this one. At number 8, Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber. I remember when Selena and Justin were the talk of the town. Everyone was obsessed with their relationship, always asking them questions about their lives together, and news sources were always covering the drama that was going on with them. They started dating in 2011 when they were still teenagers, and from that point they had a rocky time together, which is why years after they've broken up, some fans have grown to hate their relationship because of how toxic it was. Already people were pretty aware of how toxic Selena and Justin's relationship was simply because of how many times they had public breakups and makeups, but in early 2020, Selena came forward to talk more in depth about their relationship and the negativity that she faced. Selena said that she was, quote, a victim of certain mistreatments, saying that what she felt was emotional mistreatment from Justin. She also went on to say that it took her a long time to find strength in her experiences and to shake her, quote, victim mentality. Justin in late 2019 did open up about his actions in past relationships, saying that he became, quote, resentful, disrespectful to women, and angry. Clearly there was a lot of negativity going on, so people really did not like the fact that they were together.
At number 7, we have Dance Mom star Jojo Siwa and her on-again, off-again girlfriend Kylie Prew. The two once announced their reunion via Instagram with a Disney World post where they were captured kissing in front of Cinderella's castle straight out of a fairy tale. However, the two split for 7 months prior, and because of this, fans are already foreshadowing another breakup for them in the near future. Some are even wishing it happens now. Rumors of the rekindling were first sparked in April 2022 when Jojo did an extra interview and hinted at how in love she currently was. At that point, speculation that it could be Kylie arose when Jojo purposely left out who it could be, and while many showed support, some were super resistant about them getting back together. Since their breakup in November 2021 left Jojo heartbroken, Jojo did everything from dating Kylie for the first time after a cruise ship in 2019, turning their friendship into something more, and coming out as a member of the LGBTQ+ community following 2 years to reveal her initial relationship.
At number 6, Mel Gibson and Oksana Grigorova. Mel Gibson is probably one of the most hated people in Hollywood, so it's it's no surprise that his relationship would be hated too. Mel was in a toxic relationship with his former partner Oksana Grigorova, and so many people hated it. The two had a very messy breakup in 2010, and at this time an audio recording came out that showed Mel yelling at Oksana and saying horrible things to her about her body because he was mad that she allegedly lied to him about getting breast implants. In the recording, Mel was heard saying things like how he hated the way that she looked, claiming that she looked provocative and inappropriate, and even saying that if she were to be taken advantage of, that it would be her fault for looking the way that she did. This was a nasty, swear word ridden rant that honestly no one deserves to hear. If this recording didn't paint enough of a toxic picture, then I don't know what would. This made people hate this relationship even more than before. At number 5, Mike Tyson and Robin Givens. This relationship was pretty controversial at the time and sort of still is because people really don't know whose side that they want to take, but either way it was toxic and hated by a lot of people. Back in the late 80s, Mike Tyson was dating model Robin Givens. Shortly after they started dating, Robin announced that she was pregnant with Mike's child, and so he married her to quote, do the right thing. Mike had given Robin and her mother $15 million in order to get themselves settled in a nice house, and it seemed like Mike took care of them. But after a few months passed, Mike noticed that Robin's pregnancy wasn't progressing, and that's when she told him that she had actually lost the baby months prior and just didn't tell him. He was hurt by this discovery but still stayed by her side. It wasn't until their famous Barbara Walters interview came out that things really cracked for the couple and got really toxic. The interview was originally supposed to be an exclusive with Mike, but apparently before things got started, Robin had pulled Barbara to the side to tell her that she had some things that she wanted to say, and then proceeded to speak out about how Mike had allegedly been hurting her, saying that she was mistreated in the relationship. They divorced soon after, but people believe that the whole truth wasn't uncovered. Sources say that Robin was manipulating Mike and that things had been toxic because of her, but Mike just let it go. This was all over the place, so a lot of people just don't know what to think of it. At number 4, Axl Rose and Erin Everly. The tumultuous relationship of Axl Rose and Erin Everly is one that was pretty hated after allegations started to come out about what went on behind the scenes. Axl and Erin met in the early days of Axl's career, and soon they became inseparable. Erin became one of the most important people in Axl's life, being the inspiration for the song Sweet Child of Mine, and things looked good on the outside. Despite being a good-looking match on the outside though, they had a tumultuous relationship. Even through all of that though, they still ended up getting married in a Las Vegas ceremony in 1990. According to Erin, Axl actually threatened to harm himself if she didn't marry him, so things were already off to a rocky start. The marriage was annulled in 1991, just 9 months after getting married, and in 94, Erin filed a civil lawsuit against Axl, where she alleged that she was hurt by her then husband. After that information came out, people started to hate the fact that this relationship was praised for so long.
At number 3, we have reality star Kourtney Kardashian and her partner Travis Baker. Fans have been wanting them to break up ever since they started dating, and it seems that insiders have revealed that Kourtney's kids and ex are also uncomfortable with their romance. Endless media scrutiny has painted Kourtney and Travis as attention seekers who are playing up their PDA for the media. And even though their relationship supposedly started through the connection of getting their kids together to play, Mason, who is active on social media, seems to be super turned off by the lengths the couple have gone through to express their desire for one another. In the beginning, fans saw wholesome content online like hand-holding between the two, before things got weird with suggestive videos like Kourtney sucking on Travis's thumb. From then, and probably long before, people were completely turned off and fake gagging, including Kourtney's kids being grossed out and not supporting their relationship, according to the recent source. Their ACPDA post makes Kardashian fans cringe, and many have questioned the validity of the stars' romance. The two have been described as a showboating opportunity, and Kourtney has been put on blast for supposedly being a hypocrite for exposing her life with Travis after previously removing herself from her family's famous reality show due to her tiredness of sharing her life's details. So while they may seem genuine to very few, most believe their increase in their PDA-packed social media posts is merely a tactic for attention.
At number 2, Chris Brown and Rihanna. One of the most toxic relationships out there was that between Chris Brown and Rihanna, and everyone grew to hate it. No one is quick to forget the incident that happened after the pre-Grammys party in 2009. On the night before the Grammy Awards, Chris and Rihanna got into a serious physical altercation which left Rihanna hospitalized from her injuries. Chris was labeled as a monster for what he did that night. A police investigation was conducted. As a result, he was sentenced to 5 years probation and 6 months community service. A lot of people believe that he should have been given a harsher sentence because of how severely he hurt his girlfriend, and he received a lot of hate. People use this as an example to show people that these relationships should not be so praised, and it caused a lot of people to rethink their support. And finally, at number 1, Saweetie and Quavo. No one really acknowledged it until recently, but singer Saweetie and Quavo had a toxic relationship. Shortly after announcing their breakup, footage was leaked which showed the former couple fighting in an elevator. The footage showed the two of them in a physical altercation, showing Saweetie trying to strike Quavo, a suitcase being thrown, Quavo falling on top of his girlfriend, and ending with Saweetie limping away. Though the footage was from a year ago, it gave people a very different perspective on how the relationship was at the time, and fans started to hate the relationship. Both Saweetie and Quavo have said that they've moved on from the incident, but some fans still haven't moved on from this because they don't want to ever see them try and rekindle that toxicity again.
At number 10, we have girl boss Zendaya and her leading man Tom Holland. Now I know, who would have guessed Hollywood's it couple would land on today's list? Well, there is a scary amount of celebrity lovers who've given me a reason to place them in 10th. Still, the majority love this couple and think Zendaya is the one for Tom. Yeah, confusing, I know, but stay with me here. Fans' wishes for the couple to separate stems from a deeply controversial issue surrounding the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The duo originally met on the set of Spider-Man Homecoming, where many netizens quickly stressed their distaste for Zendaya bagging the role of the main character's love interest due to her skin color and her race. Avid MCU fans have endlessly pointed out MJ being a pale white woman rather than a fair-skinned one, with genuine reddish-orange hair as opposed to the artificially dyed look Zendaya obtained for the movie's premiere. The hate only intensified for the actress when the following set of Spidey movies were released, as Zendaya was still rightfully positioned next to frontman Tom as his on-screen lover. Since 2017, they've played love interests, but most recently, there have been rumors circulating their potential breakup. However, there's not much theory behind these claims. The couple was first forced to confirm their relationship after the paparazzi exposed them smooching at a stoplight, but before this, they were pretty tight-lipped about their romance due to their wishes for wanting privacy. Their last public display of affection was Zendaya's IG post on June 1st for a short but sweet tribute to Tom's birthday. It seems we'll never really know if these guys will ever split for sure, as they seem to be happily minding their business together. Still, one fan said, "While I appreciate Zendaya's BDE and protecting her man, I need them to stop the farce." At number 9, we have former One Direction member and actress Olivia Wilde. Many speculate their relationship to be a PR stunt, and Allison from Distractify wrote, "Harry and Olivia film a movie together, she's the director." And then once filming ends, there are photos of them spreading online looking lovey-dovey. Sounds a bit fishy, no? The two's romance first came to light when they were spotted at Harry's manager, Jeff's California New Year's weekend wedding holding hands. But it probably doesn't help that the soloist was also cast in Olivia's psychological thriller, and now they're all booed up, does it? Fans worldwide, especially former Directioners, have expressed their utter refusal in regards to Harry and Olivia's blossoming relationship. At number 8, we have Britney Spears and Sam Asghari. Apparently, Britney's teenage sons and ex-husband are upset over Sam assumably avoiding Britney's quote mental issues, and are worried about Britney's mental health overall. Kevin Federline shares 2 sons with Britney and evidently needed to spill the tea on the relationship dynamics of his kids due to his worrying over her trauma. A source discussed with Page 6, quote, "Kevin did the interview because he and the boys are upset. They worry that everyone is completely ignoring the fact that Britney is battling mental issues, which is not a secret." Furthermore, the pop star currently married to Sam had a close source of her own brand Kevin's public attempts as pathetic and inexcusable. This is most likely a reference to the humiliation Kevin partook in against his wife when he posted an old video of her and her sons arguing on the gram. Kevin has also once declared his children did not have any desire to meet with their mother at that time. However, a Distractify writer named Kelly Corbett spoke about Britney and Sam's relationship dynamics with, "After all Britney has been through, I just want to make sure he's prioritizing her, and sometimes I feel like all he cares about are his biceps. In short, the vibes are off."
At number 7, Tina and Ike Turner. Ike and Tina Turner were a powerhouse couple in the eyes of the media as well as the fans at first, but behind the scenes things were messy and toxic, and once that became publicly known, people started to really hate the relationship. Ike and Tina first met while Tina was still a teenager, and soon they hit it off and started performing together. Soon their duo catapulted them to stardom, bringing them a lot of success, but because they were so close, things got really toxic. They got married in 1962 and stayed together for the following decade, but Tina was living her life in pain. In her book, Tina wrote about how Ike was a toxic partner, saying, quote, "He threw hot coffee in my face, giving me third-degree burns. He used my nose as a punching bag so many times that I could taste blood running down my throat when I sang. He broke my jaw. I couldn't remember what it was like to not have a black eye." End quote. Things got so bad that Tina wanted to end her own life, but thankfully she survived her attempt and used her survival as fuel to get the strength to leave Ike and this toxic life behind. After this horrible relationship was exposed, fans started to rethink their support of this relationship completely.
At number 6, we have wife Aniko Parrish and husband Kevin Hart. Now Aniko has officially decided to remain by Kevin's side after Kevin confirmed his cheating scandal and publicly apologized to his pregnant partner for making a quote bad error in judgment. Aniko has reportedly already forgiven him though. As for his apology video, Kevin explained how he placed himself in an awful situation where only bad things happen, and had crossed the people who were closest to him in the process. There were claims made that Kevin was under threat of extortion, allegedly by a person who claimed they obtained a sexually suggestive video of the comedian and another woman. In turn, Kevin fessed up to his mistakes, and surprisingly, Aniko has since put their scandal behind her. They were later captured having lunch together in an LA neighborhood for the first time since Kevin posted his emotional apology video, making it seem as if no time had passed for them. According to the same insider from earlier, Aniko is quote aware of what's going on and that Kevin is not perfect. She has accepted his apology and is focused on her pregnancy and what's to come. She believes Kevin is a good husband and always comes home to her. She has no plans for divorce. At number 5, we have Justin Bieber and his apparent mistreatment of his wife Hailey Bieber. It seems like the world is super divided when it comes to this pairing, because one half believes Justin is genuinely mean to her, and the other feels as if people are looking far too deep into situations and crafting scenarios. Still, there is a reason to believe and deny both claims. A video floating around the internet from Kendall Jenner's 818 Tequila brand party is at the center of the Justin-Hailey debate. In it, Justin is reportedly shouting at Hailey around 2 a.m., and his expressions reportedly strongly suggested anger, stress, and intense vibes overall. It was obviously indicated that Justin was yelling at his wife, but the reason behind it is still unknown. Apparent witnesses who were near or with the star all night tell a much different story though. Some fans soon chimed in to weigh in on the final decision with comments like, "I was right there behind him and he was not yelling at her. He had just gotten off stage at the club and was hyped and had all this adrenaline. They were both smiling and laughing, but of course that's not the part of the video that gets posted. Stop twisting things." Another few said, "It's obvious he's angry, hard to deny there's trouble. The press always trying to make him look bad, and he's making it hard to believe he's a good guy. Imagine how he yells at her when it's not in front of all the cameras." At number 4, we have Olivia Munn and John Mulaney. Reportedly, John cheated on his wife by impregnating Olivia after he allegedly discussed not wanting to have kids in his life. Apparently, a source also called Olivia a pick-me girl. The world just seems to mutually dislike these two together, so it's really not a surprise that they're here. Quite frankly, they've confused the heck out of the public and are constant top spot media outlet cover stories for the wild pregnancy that just turned about all romance fans off. Back in May, a People News drop revealed that the TV host and comedian were an item. A source described their meeting to be in an LA church, but that they actually had awkward interactions in previous years. The insider also stated how Olivia and John were looking to take things slowly. However, their first expected child became news only 4 months afterwards. John extended the news on Seth Meyers' late night show, where John spoke about Olivia in a picture-perfect Disney fairy tale type way. But some fans are just not feeling it, and many netizens are upset with both parties and have expressed their endless reasons why they believe Olivia and John's relationship is just bad news.
At number 3, Prince Charles and Princess Diana. Prince Charles and Princess Diana were once considered one of the most beloved celebrity couples, and the world loved them. Well, they loved Diana, but soon they became hated because of the rumors surrounding Charles's extramarital affairs. Behind closed doors, Diana was sad and neglected by her husband, but no one knew that until later on. She was always second best in Charles's eyes, having never gotten over his infatuation for Camilla Parker Bowles, a woman that he was told he could never have. Diana regretted marrying Charles because she always knew that there would be 3 in the marriage: her, Charles, and Camilla. So when they got divorced, she was finally free, and the people turned on Charles for being so cruel to Diana. So I guess the people didn't necessarily hate the relationship as a whole, just Charles.
At number 2, we have the married couple momentarily deemed as the world's worst. Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith's relationship has been under scrutiny as far back as Jada exposing herself for entangling herself with younger musician August Alsina. Since then, tensions have been increasing, and the two have only picked up more hate speed steam after Will's infamous Chris Rock Oscar slap that resulted in the actor being banned from the show for a decade. According to numerous reports, these two are headed to divorce land, and it won't be pretty once it's finalized. However, despite word-of-the-mouth sayings that they are determined to separate with one of the ugliest divorce proceedings in the history of the entertainment business, Will and Jada themselves have already stated that they have no interest in divorcing. In fact, aside from their constant ups and downs, Jada has deemed their time as one for recovery, and Will has stated that they have no room for separation. Where this gets weird though is that a close friend of the couple made claims that there have been a cloud in the two's relationship for years, and that their current communication is super limited. The state of California also has a law that states Jada will receive approximately $350 million if the two were to ever get divorced. So yes, of course they should break up, but who's the one really benefiting from it here?
At number 10, we have when Megan dodged MGK's kiss. During the 2022 Daily Front Row Awards, there was definitely some heat going on between Megan and MGK. When MGK went to put his arms around Fox and go in for a kiss, Megan's reaction was unexpected as she turned away looking irritated at the rapper. While Kelly stayed sipping a glass of wine, he remained unfazed by what happened. Usually the couple shows ongoing affection for each other, so when fans saw the couple display some serious heat on the red carpet, many were concerned with what was going on. It's certainly not strange for the couple to display their affection on the red carpet, but it is strange for them to behave in such an odd way. Like any disagreement, it should have just been left behind a closed door instead of displayed in such a weird way. At number 9, we have the engagement ring. So it's no lie that MGK got a little creative when he designed Megan's engagement ring. When the rocker finally popped the question, he gifted Megan a symbolic two-tone sparkler which featured both of their birthstones in a pearl-shaped cut. He also added a little insurance to make sure that the actress would stay committed to him. MGK would tell Vogue magazine that the bands were actually made with thorns, so if Megan ever tried to take off the ring, it would hurt. He then added that love is pain. MGK wanted a ring that would be completely original and meaningful to both Megan and himself, and he definitely did just that. The double pear-cut gems were definitely a fitting choice for the two, as they've been twin flames since becoming inseparable back in 2020. Now the ring was definitely stunning, but was it worth the pain to remove for a good cleaning? If you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. At number 8, we have the necklace. In an interview with Ellen, MGK explained why Megan gave him a drop of her blood in a necklace for him to wear while she was filming a new movie. MGK was completely freaked out at the fact that Megan was departing to go film and he didn't have a passport to go visit her. In order to help her boyfriend from his separation anxiety, Megan decided to give him a small piece of her that he could always have with him. After giving such a much needed explanation, he did go on to say that Bernie Sanders helped him get a passport and it led to the success of his relationship with Megan Fox. At number 7, we have the blood rituals. So Megan and MGK consume each other's blood during rituals from time to time. The two started to follow the practice on their engagement, and in an engagement video Megan shared on Instagram, she wrote, "Just as in every lifetime before this one, and in every lifetime that will follow. I said yes, and we drank each other's blood." The actor then went on to go tell Glamour magazine that drinking blood might mislead people, as many people were probably imagining them drinking from goblets or like they were in Games of Thrones. However, it was more just like a few drops of blood that they still consume on occasion for ritual purposes. Now, I don't think I would ever be okay doing something like this, but hey, if it works for them, it works, and I'm not gonna judge them. At number 6, we have Bloody Valentine video. So just days after Megan's ex-husband Brian Green addressed that the two were having marriage troubles, Megan was featured on Kelly's steamy music video to his song Bloody Valentine, and many started to speculate that the two were seeing each other. Now the rumors were true, and the two in the video played some sort of couple who seemed to be cooped up in Kelly's crib. The video clearly showed that the couple was trying too hard, there was definitely more going on between the two, and that the lyrics actually hinted that the two started a legitimate relationship. Now the video wouldn't have been so bad if Megan didn't leave Brian, and this wasn't the way he found out about the two's relationship becoming official. That had to hurt. At number 5, we have the religious Halloween costume. So I think it's safe to say that Megan's and MGK's recent Halloween photo made some Christians furious. serious. And before you go making the same mistake, remember that religion's not a costume, and you should be careful on what you wear during the Halloween season. The two received serious backlash from the Christian community after the rocker dressed up as a priest for Halloween, and Megan was pictured on her knees wearing a dog leash and receiving communion from her fiance. Now the outfit quickly sparked fury, and it was definitely an offensive cringe moment of the two. One user would even go on and comment, why is it that celebs mock Christianity? What's the agenda, and why do y'all hate God so much? I guess the devil is real. The couple definitely went too far with these outfits, but did we really expect anything less from them? At number 4, we have Pamela Anderson's costumes. But the pair decided to attend Casamigos' annual Halloween party dressed up as the iconic pop duo Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee. The outfits were dead on and cute, however, some of their Instagram photos definitely pushed boundaries. Machine Gun Kelly definitely decided to channel his inner multi-crew self and even posted a video to his Instagram, which definitely doesn't send a good message out to his fans and those struggling with addiction that look up to the star. I will say, Megan did choose to keep things classy and cute, however, her fiance decided to take a different approach to things, and it made us all cringe just watching the video. One fan would even say, sign me up for the lane train, this is absolutely not it. You have so many young fans, dude. Look at the kid that just drummed for you. You want him to think it's okay to do this stuff. The user then went on to claim that Kelly's music got them through their darkest days. But now that he's out here idolizing things that have caused a major epidemic, it just isn't it. And to be honest, I'm with this user. The stars definitely need to do better. At number 3, we have their attempt to be Bennifer. So this year, Megan and Kelly have definitely captured the public's imagination in a way you might not have expected. Yet nearly every time a photo is posted over the pair, people stop scrolling just so they can swoon over the pairing. Now, of course, we're talking about Bennifer 2.0, but for some reason, Megan and Kelly keep trying to convince us that they are them or a better version of them. Now, with the two having some pretty cringe moments that roll out between the relationship time to time, it's definitely kept us on our toes. Kelly is constantly gushing over Megan, changing his life, and how she helped him battle with addiction. While Fox has said over and over again that the two are twin flames, and has referenced them being two halves of the same soul, with the two constantly showing PDA, and to the point Megan has even referenced Kelly as daddy, these two have been giving us some serious cringe vibes, and we just haven't realized or taking it seriously until now. At number 2, we have Pick Me Up Energy. So last Wednesday, Megan Fox has been more open about expanding her family with her fiance, MGK. With the actor commenting on Kelly's photo, admiring his handsome look, she even told the rocker to get her pregnant. The actor went on to write, never has anyone had better bone structure walk this earth. Exquisitely, devastatingly handsome. And 6'5", get me pregnant. Now the comment has also raised a few eyebrows, as her thirsty comment has had a huge cringy take, as the comment was definitely disturbing and awkward. One fan even commented, how awkward and how many times has she said something like this in public? And just like that, your fans will always come for you when you're on top. And at number 1 today, we have the foot fetish. So, just after Megan appeared on MGK's music video, Bloody Valentine, Kelly would go on to gush that the new love of his life had the most beautiful feet, exposing his foot fetish to the world. He went on to say, no secret, I think feet are beautiful, and I think Megan has the most beautiful feet that exist. He then went on to add that when he asked Megan the question of her feet, she told him that she literally got a pedicure just because she had a feeling he was going to ask her about her feet. I mean, if you did watch the video, in one eye-catching scene, her feet were put on full display as the camera pans to a close-up shot of her feet pressing up against the rocker's face.